Welcome to the Creature Cast, the official Console Creatures podcast. I'm your host today, Steve Egvar, and alongside me, as always, my good pal Bobby. How the heck are you this week?
I'm feeling very hot, a little bit sweaty, but doing well, Steve. How about you?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, it's warm.
It's
warm
not,
this
it's not warm.
week.
It's hot. Warm is fall. This is like we're on the cusp of crispy because I'm boiling.
It's been tumultuous. We've gone through heat waves after heat waves. We're not in heat wave territory yet. I can still go outside, but it's warm.
I know, but it was nice last week when I could go outside and it was just cool, and like I wasn't sweating. But
yeah, and I saw people in like sweaters and stuff. I was like, wow, this is a good balance.
We're getting balance where time for fall season, right? I'm ready for the sweaters. I'm ready for the pumpkin spice and Halloween.
Me too.
That's what I'm ready for.
I'm just about ready for like that sweet middle ground where you can wear a sweater on top, some shorts on the bottom. It gets a little bit chilly by the end of the day when the sun goes down, and then pumpkin spice season. Break out the Halloween decorations. I'm on Eagle Watch to see when my local Spirit Halloween opens up because I'm ready. I'm itching. It's burning a hole through my wallet.
Good. Let's do it because it should be a national holiday. People should be off to celebrate Halloween. And I'm just frankly offended that it's never happened yet. So honestly, if any politician they'll make it a national holiday, I'll vote for them right now.
I'll vote exactly, but relevant to our audience in the show, I mean, Spirit Halloween launching a video game this year.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's already out, but on Switch, on Steam, and then they're also doing Xbox. But in store, they're dropping like physical editions for it, and I'm all about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it so it's not a free game, obviously?
No, I think it's like $10 or something. I'm gonna bring it up because I tweeted about it the other day. It's developed. So this indie company does like they're almost like Flash NES games each year, and they're like horror themed and everything. But this year they specifically partnered with Spirit Halloween to make like a Spirit Halloween edition of it.
Right.
I'm trying to bring it up now, but maybe it's lost. I don't know where it went.
More Halloween games. Like honestly, Spirit Halloween is single-handedly keeping it alive for a lot of people. And like honestly, at this point,
this is true.
I don't know why people are not in that mood. Like Halloween is the precursor to Christmas. So like once you get to Halloween, Christmas is right there. So like you should be thanking Sam Hain for what.
That's right.
Did. Yeah.
So this is it. So they partnered with Retrotainment Games to release Haunted Halloween 87.
Ooh.
Or 86.
It's a good vintage.
A good vintage, but it's inspired by NES games. It's coming. It's available on Switch, Steam, and they'll have a physical NES release at Spirit Halloween. So actually printed on a cartridge.
That's cool. So
that's really cool, right?
Game of the year, like that's the effort that Spirit Halloween has gone is just like it's elevating them to Game of the Year status for me. So you know what?
It's up there, and it's an orange NES cartridge.
Oh, I missed that. I missed the themed colored cartridges. Like
right?
Honestly,
yeah.
Oh man, they know their clientele. I think they know. It's not Halloween's not for kids anymore. It's for millennials who never grew up, and I'm all for it. So you know what? I'm gonna go and check out the Spirit Halloween down the street from me. So.
Yeah. Hopefully they have it in stock. I don't know how many they're going to have like in all their retail locations or anything, but as soon as mine opens up, I'm going to go hopefully grab a couple just in case, friends and stuff can't find any. Cuz this is a cool little thing.
I'll find it for you. I'll get it for sure. I'll keep an eye out. That's right. Crazy. I'm just surprised Spirit Halloween is doing that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's stuff McDonald's used to do. And I used to love when McDonald's had like their cartridges and like their game. Like, I still remember it. I think it was like McDonald's and Dreamland was one of the best NES games as a kid, and no one remembers it, but I do.
Yep. Or when Burger King used to do their like demo discs and everything like that. Yeah. Back in the day, kids these days, younger generation, they don't know what they missed.
No, they don't know. They got Fortnite and
got Fortnite.
Roblox. I'm like, no, I'm not for it. No.
But yeah, thank you all for tuning in for this episode. This one's going to be a little bit of an exciting one. We just came off of the Nintendo Indie World. It's a back-to-back, direct. We got the partnering showcase last week. Now we've got the Indie World. This one was a little shorter, a little sweeter. Got 15 minutes of partnering indies and new announcements coming from smaller developers for Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, how are we feeling about it?
Solid C for me. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. There was like one, maybe two things that kind of stood out to me, but I don't know.
Sure.
I feel like it could have been an email. I feel like I could have, had the same experience, just getting that email saying, all these games are coming. But there were a couple of things that really stood out. So, I mean, once we give your rating, I mean, we can dive into it. I would kind of know what you think.
Yeah.
You were more positive about it than I was, for sure.
For the most part, yeah. I mean, I guess maybe it was because of last week that kind of just like kicked me in the stomach a little bit, that I was like kind of down and kind of, not, my expectations were so much lower going into this, and it being 15 minutes, I was like, okay, maybe if anything, like Pie in the Sky, I know I'm not going to put the clown makeup on this week going into this. I'm not going to expect Silk Song, but I was kind of expecting a big pop, maybe a Hades 2 release date.
Yeah.
That was the ceiling. That was like Pie in the Sky. If anything good can come of this, it's going to be that. That's the one that's going to get me out of my seat, get me excited. Obviously, we didn't get that, but I think we got some pretty cool announcements and release dates on the horizon. But I don't think it was, if those of you who are listening to this didn't tune in, I don't think you're missing all that much, because we can easily just rattle off a lot of the release dates and important information, or you can go to consolecreatures.com and see a full recap. But yeah, I don't think that you need to tune in for the full 15 minutes, because some of these announcements were kind of middling, and I found it even more underwhelming that they just ended on a sizzle reel of all things. I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of lame. I don't know. I was expecting for like one more big thing, but let's kind of go through it, because
that's what I think. That's what we all thought, was just like, because we all it's like the post credit scene in any movie these days. You're waiting for it, and it's just like, oh, didn't show up. Well, okay, F me, I guess. So that's where it was.
Exactly. Yeah, so let's kind of go through it, because right off the bat, I think for me personally, the strongest game was the first game shown, which was Mina the Hollower. We've heard of this game before. This is coming from Yacht Club Games, the developers of Shovel Knight. This is kind of a new venture, but still in the same vein of like a retro style platformer. You play as Mina, a renowned hollower, on a mission to save a cursed island. This game's coming out on October 31st, so keeping in line with our spooky conversation. But for people who are interested in checking this game out, there is a demo out starting today. It's available now, so you guys can go check that out if you want to. I haven't touched it yet, so I have no impressions or reactions to the game itself, but I am looking forward to playing this hopefully over the next day or two.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out as well. I don't know. I like Yacht Club games. I'm not, I guess, the target audience for them. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. But like, it looks cool. I mean, the aesthetic is kind of what throws me off a bit more than anything. It's a little too simple for me. That's where I'm kind of.
Okay, I think that's fair.
Yeah. But like, I mean, if it ends up being good, obviously I'm down. I'm gonna play it regardless. Just I kind of want a little bit more.
Yeah. I feel like Yacht Club Games is at like a weird point where Shovel Knight, I love Shovel Knight, I adore it, but then they kind of chose to go down this path of creating like spin-offs, and
they lean too heavily
all these other games. Right? And it kind of got oversaturated for a long time. So a new IP is really welcomed at this point, but I almost kind of wish that they did Shovel Knight 2, like a proper sequel, but I'm still interested. In Mina the Hollower.
Yeah. As soon as we're done, I'm definitely going to be having a sit down with that demo and just seeing what it's about, because
Sure.
for sure we're eating well. There's some good demos last week, but I feel like we're leaning into that fall season. It's kind of like, well, we're past the middle of summer now. It's like, well, here's what's coming in fall. Like these are the games we're going to be getting. So it's like, great, I'm down to play them and get my appetite satiated for that fall, because like right now I'm just doing this weird thing, like I told you last week, playing games for platinum trophies and basically just going back to like Call of Duty and stuff just to kill some time, because it's like everything I've wanted to play, I've basically played it at this point. And I'm just chipping away at my backlog. Totally, but like even that, it's hard to like just to parse what I want to play, because it's like I have so many choices, and like, you know, you fall into bad routine. It's just like all these games are out, but like really there's like one or two that really just are like, you know, calling you at night.
Yeah, it's totally fair. And then we had Well Dweller, a Metroidvania game coming to Nintendo Switch in 2026.
Yeah.
I don't really have all that much to say about this game. I think the art style looks cool, but it being a 2026 game, I'll probably end up forgetting about this. Yeah.
A little bit too early, but the studio, God, what's the studio's name? I'm just pulling them up right now.
Top Hat Games.
Top Hat Games. So yeah, they did Crypt Custodian, which Matt covered for us last year, and he loved it. I played it as well. I thought it was really good. It's different. It's kind of in that vein of like Death's Door and like Tunic and stuff. And like I love those kind of games. So like if you're looking for a game like that, Steve, like Crypt Custodian is definitely worth putting on your radar. It's pretty short. It is really fun. So like if you're looking for like, you know, that isometric top down, you know, action adventure game, this is definitely one you should play into, and then it'll lead you into next year's Well Dweller. Like it's a hard one to say, but yeah,
it really is. They didn't do us any favors.
Yeah, Well Dweller. Yep. But yeah, I mean, this one's more as a side scroll. The other one's more top down. Like I do love the aesthetic. It looks really cool.
Yeah. Neverway was also announced for 2026. This is coming from the pixel art designer of Celeste and another game that I'm kind of forgetting. But that being said, it is another pixel art RPG. It looks really cool. But again, it's one of those games that I hope I'm reminded about closer to, because it being in 2026 is just kind of a letdown.
That's the thing. Like, so I feel like as great as these showcases are, I mean, I want stuff in the immediate future, like the next 3 to 4 months.
Yep.
To wait till 2026 for something like this, like this was announced at Day of the Devs. Like I remember watching a preview for it.
Yes.
Press, and like it looked cool, but I forgot about it because it's like, well, it's unreleased and there's no release date, and like they don't even know when it's gonna be in 2026. So like this could be a year from now, and it's like,
right,
at the pace that we're getting games in this modern era of it, like this industry, like it's just hard to keep track. And like looking at one release calendar that you can pull up on the internet, it's not even complete, because there's just dozens of games coming out every week, and it's just like, how do you like you have to basically earmark these and basically get alerts from Google every time there's an update. And it's like I don't want to do that, but I like it. I like Celeste. I think this has got some legs, but yeah, I need to see more of it. Like the demo looks cool. I just the trailer looked cool. I'm hoping maybe there's a demo. That's all I kind of want. I want demos at this point. Like I feel like if we're going to be transitioning to so many games, demos need to be part of their decisions when they're designing them.
I agree. Yeah, give us something to kind of pad out the time. Give us, especially with like some of these indie games that kind of just become, unfortunately, noise because so many of them are coming out. I wish that there was more of a cadence of, here it is, we'll see you in 6 months, but here's a little demo for you to pique your interest.
Yep.
We got Herdling, which is coming out August 21st. This is more of a puzzle game. Again, this one not for me. I don't know if you have anything to say about Herdling.
I like Herdling. You know what? It looks like an Annapurna game. It looks just like it's not something where I need to worry about combat. It's just a basic premise. I love it. These calicorns look super cute. It kind of reminds me of Journey. Like you're just doing this thing. You're just following this path to get these beasts wherever they want to go. It looks cool. I'm down. It's out in a couple weeks, so like I actually requested code today. I'm like I want to play it. It looks great. Yep. So all for it. I love these kind of games. This is the kind of stuff I love for the summer months because you got like Flock last year. This year you've got Herdling. More of these games. Like I love them.
Then is this Seat Taken a cozy puzzle game where essentially you're taking these little geometric characters and placing them on different seats in different environments, whether it's like a taxi or the theater, and basically just trying to organize them based on their characteristics and personality? This is a game totally up my alley. I like the art style. I like the premise itself. So I'm definitely looking forward to this when it comes out.
Yeah, this is out today.
So today, that's right. Yes,
it's out today. It's 10% off on Steam, and it's $13.49. So it's a pretty fair and affordable game. I love what they're doing with this. It's something that you don't see every day. These are the kind of games I feel like it's described as a logic puzzle. So like, great. All I have to do is kind of pay attention to what people are saying, what they're asking, and I'm all for it. It looks cool. I love the aesthetic. It looks colorful, cute, whatever you want to call it. I'm down.
Yeah, absolutely into it. Little Kitty Big City is getting a content update later this year. It comes with new photo mode features.
It's out. Actually, this game's already out. I was like, did this game come out? Because it looks familiar.
Oh yeah,
I remember, but there's an update coming. Okay.
Yeah, the game came out. I love the game. It's an easy 5-hour game. I played it, got all the I played on PlayStation. I can't remember where I played it. Anyways, platinumed it, got all the achievements. I'm looking forward to this because there's a new customization options, new neighborhoods to explore. This is a pretty substantial update for the game. Highly encourage people to go play this because it's a neat little puzzle game.
Yeah, no, I honestly don't think I played this, but like I saw in the trailer there's a cat with a samurai sword and a lobster hat. So if that's what I'm able to do, I'm in. Like I have to play this game.
Yeah.
I didn't know this is I said like I said, there's just so many things coming out. How do you pay attention to these games? Like
honestly, yeah, because they come out, the conversation hits, the conversation moves on in like a week or so, and then people forget about it. Yeah. This game came out last year.
Yeah, August 27th. This update is called the Picture Perfect Update. So I'm gonna probably get a copy today.
Yep. Content warning is coming over from Steam to Nintendo Switch next year. I've heard nothing but great things about content warning. It's kind of like a co-op horror game, almost like in a trying to think of what it would be compared to.
I feel it's kind of like
what's the horror game?
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia. Yeah,
Phasmophobia.
That's what I was trying. Yeah.
It and that's another game I've had loaded on my console now, on my Xbox for at least a year now. I haven't even played it, and it's like now this game's coming out. Like I also want to play this, so it's like And apparently, it's also like Lethal Company, which is kind of a similar thing.
That's the other one I was trying to pull up from. Yep.
So it's like now you have 3 flavors of this kind of game, and it's like they all look pretty cool. But I love the fact that this is a co-op horror game where you're just basically filming like scary stuff with your friends and not trying to get viral. Like that's such a cool idea.
It's cool, yeah.
And oh wow, apparently I have it in my library on Steam, so I'm going to be playing that tonight.
There you go. You go.
Wow, I have a lot to play tonight, and good thing I'm still on holidays because like it's just been like back-to-back weeks of just amazing games. I'm still catching up from last week, so there you go. I'm still playing The Adventures of Elliot, which is a really solid demo. And like I actually just play that demo. It's amazing.
Cool. Ball Cross Pit or Ball X Pit is a game inspired by other titles like Hold Down, Loop Hero, and Vampire Survivors, coming to Switch on October 15th, and then Switch 2 sometime later in the fall.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what the discrepancy between the two platforms is, but that being said, once you call out Vampire Survivors, I'm at least interested. I like the animation. I like the gameplay
Looks
loop that was
cool.
shown in the trailer. So I'll definitely be checking out this roguelite later this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think I actually prefer this to Vampire Survivors. And it's just like I said, my thing always is just like it's a graphic thing. Like I appreciate what Vampire Survivors does, but it's a little too basic for me. So, but like this looks like a perfect medium ground. Like I love the bullet hell graphics. I mean, to rebuild Balbalon, like that. I love that. It's such a fun.
That's
little
cool, right?
On Plan Words, man. Like this is the kind of stuff I'm all for. Like I love these kind of games. Devolver Digital never fails. Like they're always on point. Like their game output in the last 5 years has been like probably the most consistent next to Capcom. I feel, and like that's high praise. Great stuff from them.
Yeah.
The next
we got Ultimate Sheep Raccoon, which is a pseudo sequel to Ultimate Chicken Horse. This is a multiplayer bike racing party game where you're building tracks, you're laying down traps and other obstacles, and trying to race to the finish line ahead of your friends. I like Ultimate Chicken Horse. It's a great party game, so switching it up a little bit, adding, bikes and stuff like that really does appeal to me. This is coming out winter 2025.
Yeah. I don't think I've played the first game. What was it called? Ultimate Chicken Horse? Never played it.
Yeah.
I actually.
Yeah. So it's more of like a platformer where have your standard platforms and everything. And then you're placing stuff like dynamite and spikes and everything, trying to block the pathway for friends while you get to the other side of the map. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. Takes like, little rounds take, all but a couple minutes and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a lot of fun with a good group.
I'm going to have to check out the first game. It's been out for a while, I'm assuming, but yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I do like these kind of racing games, like bike racing games. It kind of reminds me of games like Bike Baron.
Sure.
I don't know if you've played Bike Baron, but like when that game was number one on the, I think it was the iOS App Store. Like I consumed that game like for a summer. Like it was all I played. I don't think I even played my consoles. Bike Baron was just consistently getting updated, and like I just love that loop of trying to do these obstacle courses and like not getting not hitting like a bomb that explodes, and like just trying all the timing. If it's that, I'm in. Like I love that kind of stuff. But that's what it seems like. So it's like avoid obstacles and traps, and I'm all in on stuff like this.
Yeah. And then the last big game was Glaciered, a game that has been in development and in the ether for I think like three years now. I was surprised to see it pop back up, but in this, it's like a futuristic aquatic action game. And yeah, it's coming to Nintendo Switch later this holiday season. It looks really cool. I love the art style. It looks beautiful. But this is another game that I wish had a demo, because at this point, I think I've seen it now twice or 3 times, and I still am not really sure what the entire gameplay loop is, but I'm intrigued enough that I want to play it.
I honestly didn't even know this was a thing. Like, when was this announced? I saw this today. I'm like,
oh man. Yeah,
like, what is this? And like, I have nothing. I scoured my emails. I looked for everything. I'm like, this is the first time looking about Glacier. And like, it looks like a Souls-like kind of thing. That's what it seems like an underwater Souls-like, from what I saw in the gameplay trailer.
Yeah.
But I'm in. Like, if this is like, why is there no demo for? Like I said, demos. Why is there no demo for this? Like,
that's the big one. Yeah, yeah. This was announced in May 2023.
Wow. So I completely missed that one. Glaciered. Oh, you know what? I'm in. I mean, that trailer didn't do a lot, but what it did was definitely my satiate my curiosity for this. I'm like, okay, well, it's on my map. I'm going to follow it. So it did its job, I feel. But yeah, I'm looking online on Hudson Creek. Like, this is the first time I've even seen post about it. So I don't even know how I missed this, because it's definitely my kind of game.
So it was touched on and shown at Tokyo Game Show last year with a Steam demo available. I don't know if it's still available, but yeah, that was the last time it was shown in like a big way.
I honestly I'm at a loss for words. I don't know how I missed this game, because like honestly, it's something I would. Oh, the demo is available. So there's a demo on Steam.
It's still available. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
God, I have so much to play today. So there was an update on the Steam demo in May for the Steam Next Fest. So it's been recently updated.
Okay.
Definitely checking it out. Down to play this. So wishlisting it right now.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and then the Indie World Showcase kind of just wrapped up with a sizzle reel of games. I didn't really find all that many. It's tough with those sizzle reels, especially with indie games, because you don't really get a chance to really get a huge flavor of what's there. But that being said, there were games like Strange Horticulture, Go Town, Opus, Prism Peak, and Winterborough. Did any of these games kind of stand out to you, or was it kind of just noise?
No, nothing really stood out. UFO 50 was definitely the one that I think I'm going to be playing. Everyone's talking about that. That last year, I know it was in contention for being Game of the Year, but like I completely skipped out on it. So yeah, outside of that, no. I think that's probably the one game that I'm going to definitely be playing. Everything else kind of just blends together. To be honest with you, everything just kind of looks the same to me.
It's tough.
It's tough. Like the sizzle reels, kind of like I kind of wish there was more, just games that we're familiar with. So yeah, that's fine. It ended on a pretty good note. So even though I gave it a C, there were like 2 or 3 games that kind of like raised the curve for what I expected, the grading curve. So yeah, if it ends on games like UFO 50, I'm all in. I don't know if we're gonna want to mention this, but Demonschool was announced on the Japanese Indie World Direct, and like I know a lot of people are excited for that because it kind of looks like a Persona game from like Persona 2. So I'm all that. Those are the 3 or 4 games that kind of stood out to me.
Cool. Yeah, overall, I thought it was a very okay Indie World. Definitely just ended in a very weird way. That's my only critique of it. I wish that we had one more little pop before it ended, and it wasn't just, oh, here's a sizzle reel of games 100%. That we didn't really get to know that much or that well.
The good thing is though, like let's be honest, we're now past all this stuff here. September is very likely going to be the next major direct. Like we know that it's been pretty consistent, right? So like at this point, we know something big's going to happen in September. So that's fine. Get out all the games you want out now, just to clear them out, and then that one in September is going to be huge, and it always has been.
It has to be, because right now for Gamescom specifically, they've already announced what games will be on the showroom floor. And you have games like Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Silksong, Hades 2, Elden Ring the Tarnished Edition, Borderlands 4, Final Fantasy 7 Intergrade. And a lot of these games still need release dates. So if you're showing them on the showroom floor, I mean, you got to start talking about them sometime soon. So
I think for sure
I expect there's going to be something. Yeah.
We're for sure going to get that Metroid Prime release date. If Hollow Knight is playable at GD or at Gamescom, the date is coming. Like, there's no way it's not launching before winter. Like, it's going to be between now and December. There's no way it's not.
I'm theorizing September, especially now that we know that the ROG Ally or ROG Xbox Ally is supposed to be in October.
Yeah,
I mean, it only makes sense that we get a release date announcement, probably opening night live, is what I assume.
Yeah, so there's no way it's not going to happen. So I'm looking forward to that. Really, the reveal. I know you're looking forward to it. I know that there are some bad faith actors in the Discord, like David Matt, who are saying it's not a good game. So I look forward to seeing them see the reviews and start talking about how good it is, because we know that's what they're going to do. I'm just saying it right now.
Yep.
Calling it. Okay. That is a knock.
Let's talk about some games that we have been playing. I want to start out because there's a specific game that I've been spending a lot of time with. Well, passively a lot, but it's Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. And when I say a lot, I've just spent like 2 full days just playing this game, playing through it in completion. It's taken me, I think, like 5 hours in total. It's a very bite-sized game, but this is made by the Game Kitchen, who has historically done games like Blasphemous 2 and other kind of really cool Metroidvania games. And yeah, to see them do their own little take on the Ninja Gaiden series has been really, really refreshing. I didn't know that they could or really had it in them for this kind of fast-paced, side-scrolling action game. I've fallen in love with this game from just its simple gameplay mechanics and homage to the old Ninja Gaiden franchise, the old 2D ones from the late 80s, early 90s. But yeah, I've fully completed it, gone through it. I love the fact that it is this kind of sequel, but also running parallel with the original game, the very, very first Ninja Gaiden game. I love the tool set, the combat of it all, and I love that it's just a bite-sized little experience. It doesn't take more than, like I said, 4 hours if you want to rush through it. I was trying to get as many like collectibles throughout all of the levels, complete as many challenges, because each one has, I think, like a handful of challenges, 3 maybe, that you can complete, and then kind of just mastering the 2 characters that they introduce to you, whether it's Kenji, which is more far more of a character that's kind of identical to Ryu. He wields a katana and has like melee combat, but then they introduce you to Komori, which is more of a has shurikens and stuff like that, and is more of like a distance long range character to play as. And the marriage between the 2 characters, when no spoilers, but further down the road, is really, really unique and interesting. You've played this game, right?
Not the full game. I have a code that I'm gonna be using to play it. I did the preview. I think that covered the first 3 levels. So Dave reviewed the game first, right? So I know that he loved it. He gave it a 9, but I have a load. It's the game I'm going to be playing tomorrow night, because I know that it's on my to-do list. But I love what I've read about it. I love what I played. The demo's really challenging. That's kind of what blew me away. It's just I expected it to not be, because I don't know, a lot of games they dial down the challenge, but it ends up being as challenging as the Ninja Gaiden games that I remember playing as a kid, and the ones on Ninja Gaiden Black. It's challenging. It is super challenging. I love Kenji. Kenji was a cool little character to play. And then, God, what's the other guy's name? They have 2 characters. So it's Kenji and Komori. Yeah. So, Kenji's cool. I love his skill set. Like you said, he plays kind of like Ryu. So, that's fine. But I'm looking forward to seeing how they bounce off each other, because I did love what's that mechanic where you can bounce off enemies? You have that skill where it's just I gotta look at my preview, but it was just this thing where you can basically keep.
It's a guillotine boost.
The guillotine boost. I love that mechanic. Yeah, the guillotine boost. I love that, how I could basically keep airborne, bounce off enemies, deflect stuff. It's such a high level, high skill stealing game. I feel like you could basically watch people speedrun this game, not get hit, and just keep going. I feel like this is what this game was made for, it partially.
Honestly, I totally see that, because most of the levels are really bite-sized in their game design. It's simplistic in a way, but there's enough challenge there that you can really kind of sink your teeth into, and feel like it's a little bit punishing. I feel like the difficulty curve really does spike when you get to some of the boss battles in particular. That's when it becomes more than just hard.
Yeah, I remember the first
boss was hard. I think the third one was especially difficult, because most of the enemies, admittedly, are like one-hit kill enemies. So yeah, you can use your basic like melee attacks, or if you're playing as Komori, you're doing like distance battles. But then you also have some of the more challenging enemies as well that take, you know, multiple hits, and that's when the hypercharged attacks come in, where you have to either do it manually by holding down the button, or kill specific enemies and use that hypercharge on the more difficult enemies, the protected enemies. So it is kind of this management, but then I really do love the guillotine boost, where it is instead of just pragmatically hitting enemies and one-shotting them and everything, you can start building up these kind of like weird combos where you can bounce off one to the other. I kind of almost compare it to Cuphead's ability, where, you know, the pink
the deflect
icon, the pink attack, and you kind of like deflect and kind of like parry them. It kind of works with that. And I think it's a very satisfying little mechanic for what is ostensibly just a traditional Ninja Gaiden game.
Yeah, and like honestly, I mean, everything that I've played and what Davis, you know, read in his review, like it resonates with me. This is like the perfect game for like 50-year-old me. Like I'm excited to see how it, you know, plays through to the end. Like I think you said 4 hours. Like that's perfect for a bite-sized Friday night game. I could probably clear it in like a night, so I'm definitely down to play it. I love the fact that you're graded on every level and how, you know, that resonates.
Very
and like
cool,
like the challenges and like the combos. Like I love all that. Like I have always enjoyed Ninja Gaiden's weapon upgrades and like how Ryu reacts to enemies and like how he's just like so versatile in how he attacks these things, and like it's all translated into this 2D side scroller game that is setting a lot of precedent. Like I feel like this is kind of what I want from side scrolls going forward. Like I love the beat 'em ups, but like this is more my style. This fast pace, you know, breakneck speed of just getting from starting point to end point, and I love that.
Yep. Yeah, no, absolutely. And I said 4 hours. That took me to reach credits. There's about 12 levels in total, but in the game, there's also 2 different endings, so it does require a full playthrough if you want to do everything. And then there are the secret levels as well. They're more of the like the challenge rooms and challenge levels. I haven't done any of those, so that's still something that I want to go back and play.
I think there's some hidden bosses too that you can play. You just have to do certain specific things. I believe that was in the demo.
Okay.
I think they're like on hard mode. I can't remember what it was. There was something I did in the demo where it basically opened up a previous level with like a harder boss. I think maybe that's what it was, something like that. But like I know there's
there is a harder difficulty in the game that opens up once you beat it the first time, and then you can kind of choose you want to just do a straight second playthrough on the normal difficulty, or there's the harder difficulty as well.
Yeah. So
but overall, I think it's a cool little bite-sized game. I'm stoked about it. I love the fact that we're getting so much Ninja Gaiden in this year. We got, you know, 2 Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, and then we've got 4 coming up as well. Like it just keeps coming. It keeps coming. And I love that people who may not be inundated with Ninja Gaiden or really familiar with the franchise, kind of missed out, are getting different flavors of it. Of getting like the old school 3D game, now a modern day throwback to the origins, the 2 or the 2D era, and then we're getting like a proper sequel, a proper new 3D game, and I think it's all very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to see that it's back. I mean, it was a while between the last game and this new one, and the remasters were really good. I'm surprised how well put together they were, and they definitely didn't feel honed in. They just, you know, they had a lot of love and care put into them. So if this is kind of the precedent that Team Ninja's setting going forward, like I day one, I'm there. I feel like they've been putting out some really great games the past couple of years, and to finally see them go back to their roots, like I'm all for it. As much as I love Neo and like Rise of the Ronin, nothing beats a good Ninja Gaiden game.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think the gaming industry as a whole should really keep this franchise going, because it's such an important one.
Get them
going back all the way to the NES, and we don't get them anymore.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, I think it's in October the next one. So like, I'm down day one.
I agree. Bobby, what have you been playing?
I'm anxiously waiting for Battlefield 6, which should be out in the next couple of days, but I've been going back to Battlefield 2042 just because I'm so beyond over Call of Duty. As much as I love Black Ops 6 and the Omni movement system, it just it became too overbearing to play the game. Like there were just too many things, making it not what I want from a shooter. Between like the skins, like I kind of don't appreciate. Just the fact that somebody like Seth Rogen's in. Like I love Seth Rogen, but why is he a skin in this game? Or like Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, right.
I never liked that stuff. Like it crossed the line for me that I'm like, no, this is not what Call of Duty ever was. Like I want World at War level of game. I want the original stuff. Like I want that seriousness back. But like between that and just how much space Call of Duty took up, I bailed. I'm not going to go back unless things change. But thankfully, Battlefield has been on this upwards, turn, and they've been really responsive to fan feedback and the community, and they've been doing a lot of work to win people back. And the first thing they did was improve 2042, and it's been really fun. I mean, when it launched, I didn't really care for it. I didn't like it. I bailed pretty early.
Me neither.
Jumping back in 2025, it's like a brand new game. I feel there's just so much to love about it. Like I forgot how much I love the supports. I love how there's always classes that there's specialists that you can if you want to play an engineer, you can basically do that. But support, basically just going around healing people and reviving them. I forgot how fun it is. Like just going through old maps from like 20 from Bad Company or like Battlefield 3. I forgot how much this series means to me. So like, just going back into these old maps and falling into familiar habits of just, playing a little bit more strategically than a running gunner, like Call of Duty is like, it's just like refreshing and a reminder why these games are so good and why Battlefield is Call of Duty's biggest contender, and people should pay attention to it and be scared that this might be the game to turn the tide a little bit, because like I know that people are not, the biggest supporter of Battlefield over the past couple of years, but like it's time to pay attention. So yeah, the past couple of weeks at least, I've been just going back, just replaying the basic maps and just getting familiar with like Conquest and the server portal. Like Battlefield Portal is a great little tool that I wish Call of Duty had, because like I can basically browse servers for anything I want. If I want to farm XP, I can join a map to farm XP. If I want to play a zombie mode, there's a zombie mode with 128 people, and like there's no mode in Call of Duty that has 128 people. I could be wrong. I mean, does Warzone have that many people? I think it's like what, taps at 6,400? I can't remember.
No, so it used to be 120. I think they reduced it to 100 because of the player base. Yeah. But for them, and then Rebirth goes down to 60.
Yeah, I feel like it cut. Yeah, I remember when it launched, it was 120, but like I know it was reduced, but I just couldn't remember the number. But yeah, this is fully like I'm playing 128 people. Like when bots are around, but like the server tells me that people are back and playing Battlefield, and like I as much as I loved Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 or V, whatever they call it, I fell off those pretty quickly just because they lost the magic of Battlefield. But like I feel like now is the time to people to start playing it. It's been so cheap on sale. I think I bought it on Steam for $2 last month. So the fact that it's been that cheap and I can see that people are back, I think it's going to be Battlefield's year. As excited as I see people being for Black Ops 7, which I'm surprised is the next game that's coming out from Call of Duty, everything that we've seen for Battlefield 6 has just been really impressive. All the previews were like spot on positive, and they've turned every corner for me. So like everything I didn't like, I feel like they've addressed. I don't know. I'm really excited for the future Battlefield. Like I feel like it's finally time for this series to shine again. Like, the love I had for Battlefield 3 and 4, like honestly, I think those are two of the most memorable multiplayer games I've played in my entire life. And like I don't know. It was just like a special time for the series, I guess, in games. Like, it was just, I guess, it was like a brand new experience. Like we never played games with 100 people at the time. It was just so refreshing to have a game that was kind of arcadey but kind of real. And like, you know, you could also, you know, jump into a plane, or you can jump into a tank, and you can blast buildings, and like all that kind of went away with Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty kind of took its lunch money from Battlefield, and like people forgot that, you know, Battlefield was just like more than just a shooter. It was a destructive strategic game where you basically could squad up with people and, you know, turn these ties in battle. Like if you're playing on Conquest, like if you have good people, you could communicate with them and plan these strategic movements to start, you know, turning all these things against you into positives. Like you could start pushing enemies to the corner of the map and just keep them there while your teammates are basically taking every map point from them. Like it's cool. I'm so happy that I'm playing Battlefield again. Basically, that's where I'm at. Like this summer, I've had some time with Forza, but like, man, a good shooter, it's just like it's hard to match. Like I feel like we're just in this position where there's not a lot of good multiplayer games anymore. Like it's either Call of Duty or Fortnite, and that's basically like people are playing these days. But this is like the first moment where I feel like there's going to be a third contender where people are going to be playing it, and like this beta that's coming out in a couple of days, I feel is going to basically seal what I feel about this game, because it's just like, you know, EA, as much as bad they do, like they have a good stable with Battlefield Studios. They're finally, you know, doing something with this franchise that's been around for so long, has been so beloved, and like it's just like, okay, let the developers cook, let them do something fun with this, you know, with this series, and don't focus too much on live service elements, which is exactly what they're doing. And that's why the previous games faltered. It was too heavy on live service stuff. And yeah, I'm just, I don't know how you feel about Battlefield, but like it was like my first multiplayer love. Like that's kind of what sold me on why I love multiplayer games. It was just what you could do in Battlefield 3 and Bad Company, and what, you know, what they provided that Call of Duty has still not been able to match.
Yeah, I mean, my love for Battlefield has been hit and miss. I mean, I grew up as someone who loved Halo and Call of Duty far more. But that being said, like Bad Company and Bad Company 2 were my games. And then Battlefield 4 was massive, and Hardline. And then that kind of started dwindling off once we got to Battlefield 1. I feel like Battlefield 1, I especially loved the story. But the multiplayer was a misstep. And you get to 5 and then 2042, and both of those felt like a misstep. And I feel like I'm not alone in believing that. And I feel like there's some renewed confidence going into Battlefield 6, where like everything you said, I won't belabor the point. I echo everything that you're saying. It feels like the developers have been given enough, you know, runway to make this a very fun game, to make it exactly what fans have been looking for. And I think be more competitive within the landscape of there being a Call of Duty, and Apex Legends, a Fortnite right now. I think people kind of really do want that old school Battlefield traditional flair that's sorely been missing. And hopefully a community can kind of stand by it. Hopefully it can launch and be well received and supported for, you know, a year or two to come and everything. Because I think as much as I like Call of Duty, I am kind of just at the point where I just want more innovation. And I'm bored. That's the big thing, is that I'm bored, and I want them to kind of just realize that they won't always be the king. Just, you know, I don't want them to be cocky, and I don't want them to be arrogant in their plans and everything. I want Call of Duty to kind of be in a place where they're have their back to the corner and kind of feel like, hey, we have to swing big, we have to deliver and listen to fans and stuff like that, where I feel like in the past few years they really haven't, because Battlefield has been out of the conversation for the most part.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited for the demo to come out this weekend, test it out myself, and then, you know, towards launch and after launch, I'm really excited to see what they do with the battle royale mode. That's the big one for me.
I'm not too keen on battle royals. I just they don't do anything for me. But like I'm definitely gonna play it. If it does win me over, all the better for it. But like, yeah, I'm just looking forward to that traditional, you know, being able to jump into a jet and just take the skies and just like provide support. Like, what other game can you do that? Like, it's not the same as something you can do in like Call of Duty where you can just jump into a truck and stuff. That's fine and boring.
So
like,
true.
Even the base Call of Duty stuff, like it's so basic. Like you can't. There's no, you know, planes, trains, anything that get involved. Or like, just I want more of that. I want total war, and like, there's no other game that can do it. And it has to be Battlefield that knocks Call of Duty down a peg or two, because there is a report. I don't know if it's confirmed or corroborated, but like they said that Call of Duty is too big to fail now, and it's just like when you say stuff like that, you need to be knocked down a peg or two, because you're just telling us that you don't care about what you're putting into this machine anymore. You're just letting it, you know, run its course. And you can tell that's true, because look at the skins that have come out in the past couple years. I honestly don't even recognize Call of Duty at this point. I don't know what needs to be done to reset it, but like I was kind of hoping that was going to happen in 2019, because Modern Warfare came and it was like, oh wow, they're taking it seriously again. Because you and I, we spoke to the devs. We had hands-on time with the game. We played it. We loved it, and like it was like one of the best Call of Duties in years. And that was their head start to basically take the market back, and they didn't. They failed. I feel like they failed on that, despite, you know, record-breaking sales in 2024. That doesn't mean anything anymore. What's the retention on that? I don't know anybody who's
right. Yeah, there's so many other questions. Yeah, I feel like there's still that dedicated community, that the people who, no matter what, will buy a Call of Duty game, and that's their forever game. Just the same people that buy NHL every year and everything. But for people like, you know, more I don't know, people like us who will play Call of Duty, they'll have it on, you know, always kind of like in the rotation, but won't dedicate every hour of gaming to Call of Duty. I think people have kind of fallen off, and it sucks because I definitely want to be playing a Call of Duty, but I'm just kind of bored with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, I loved Black Ops 6. I think what they did to re-energize multiplayer works, but like it's also being dictated by executives that they need to hit all these check boxes of live service, like skins and like season passes. And like, that's not what I care about. I want good gameplay, I want good maps, and I want good classes. And like, those have fallen off. They're so samey these days, and like no, I want something different. I mean, at this point, like, I'll play Black Ops 7. I know the reveals in a couple of weeks, but like, they really need to show that they're gonna change the formula. But I don't expect it, and that's kind of why I'm rooting for Battlefield this year. I'm going to heavily put time into it, because it's proven that these developers have, like you said, the slack to do things they want to do. They're listening to fans. So far, from early impressions of Battlefield 6, everyone seems pretty good about it. This, not even just in previews, but today, because it's early access. Everyone I've spoken to says it's amazing. So all these things have come together in a way to basically tell me that, hey, you know what? It's time to swap my rotation a little bit and, you know, be a Battlefield player again. So if that's where we're at, that's where we're at. And
that's it.
I kind of hope EA really takes this to heart, and if they do something well, it's going to be this game. And like I really hope that, you know, with, I think it's Vince from Respawn is now running it. So like, he is the man to do it. Like he created Call of Duty. He, birthed Titanfall. So like, really, I feel like that alone tells me there's no one better to do it.
It's true. It does feel like we've reached kind of a make or break for Battlefield. Like they really do have to put up or shut up with this franchise at this point. Like you can't. I'm sure Battlefield could live on in some way, but like coming out and having 3 middling games back to back to back doesn't bode well for the future of the franchise. So I'm hoping that it can speak to dedicated fans. I'm hoping that it can speak to someone like me who's looking for the next great, military shooter. And, in a perfect world, I want Battlefield and Call of Duty to be successful and innovative and, vie for my attention. But right now,
3. That's where we're at.
Yeah,
perfect world,
honestly,
that's all I care for. Like, honestly, I would never play Call of Duty again if it means we're getting a Titanfall 3. That's where I'm at.
Titanfall 3 would go so hard.
I never.
You know what? Throw in a good Halo. Throw in a good Halo too, because I
bounced
really
hard off Infinite. Like I loved Infinite. I'm not the biggest Halo fan. I do appreciate it. Like I've played most of them, but I need a Titanfall. Give me a Titanfall that has a player base. Like I'm just shocked that it never blew up the way I expected it to, because it was Call of Duty but better. It was literally from the same people that created Call of Duty. And it added mechs to the mix. Like, how do you go wrong with that? Like, I don't understand people. Titanfall 1 and 2 were like my most played games for the years they came out. I was sick with how much I played those games and how much I just was consumed by Titanfall. And now
they're very, very good.
They're amazing. And then the second one adds a amazing campaign that is pretty much the gold standard for a multiplayer shooter game with a campaign. Like
I don't think it's ever been beaten.
Yeah, it hasn't been beaten by any Call of Duty in 25 years of existing or whatever it is.
Sure.
So,
So we will see. Battlefield 6's open beta opens up this weekend. It runs for 2 weekends, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be interesting to talk about it on the show in the next coming weeks. I'm looking forward to playing, but hopefully, fingers crossed, it wins me over. Yeah, I'm at this point where I'm just sad that there's not a lot of great multiplayer games. It's sure.
It's either, like you said, Call of Duty or like Dead by Daylight, and I miss the days of just like developers having the freedom to tack on like a multiplayer to their game and see if it works, because we got stuff like Uncharted multiplayer, we got Assassin's Creed multiplayer. I would kill for a multiplayer Assassin's Creed all over again. With there's nothing like as cool as that. Like, I don't know if you ever or played it or stuck with it, but like from Brotherhood to Black Flag, I was just consumed by Assassin's Creed multiplayer. And
I played a lot of it when it was, maybe it was Brotherhood.
Yeah, Brotherhood was the one where everyone was playing it because it was so unique.
Oh, okay.
It was the one. Yeah, it was definitely the one everyone was playing. But like,
it was the one where you would you could like camo as like NPCs, and you'd have to like spot the different assassins like in the map and everything, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, they're all that's what they all were. But like, Brotherhood had probably the best maps and best characters.
Okay. I only played it for one of the games, and I'm pretty sure it was Brotherhood. It didn't really keep me around all that long, but I did play the most, like probably like 10, 15 hours in Brotherhood.
Ooh, that was me on a weekend. Like I spent hours playing it. Like it was good. Like, and that's what I mean. It's just like your flavors of multiplayer in 2025 pale in comparison to what you were playing in like 2011, 2012.
Oh, totally.
Like, everything just had a multiplayer game. Like everyone factored that in. Instead of live service, it was how can we make this a multiplayer game? And like, that was when we had Uncharted multiplayer and like that. Like there's nothing like that around anymore. Even they've kind of phased it out. But Uncharted 2 multiplayer was probably one of the best third-person multiplayer games I've played ever. and like it was just so satisfying to win a match, and you know you're Nathan Drake throwing bombs at people, and you're shooting them in like a village in Tibet. Like we don't have that.
Yeah,
another round. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm just going a little bit of a rant. I'm just kind of sad at the state of multiplayer games anymore. You don't get like like a wealth of games anymore. It's just like shooters, Fortnite, Roblox, and that's basically it. And they all they overlap, they interconnect. It's all the same.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that about does it for this week's episode. Bobby, if people want to connect with you online, where could they do so?
Yeah. ConsoleCreatures.com, Bluesky. We're on Threads, Instagram. We're now verified on Bluesky, so we're officially.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one for us. So yeah, follow us on there. You can follow me at BPashLeaders on all social media.
Nice. And you can find me across the internet at Asfakvari. And yeah, we'll be back next week, likely to talk about Battlefield 6 as well as some other games. But we appreciate you all for tuning in. And until next time, we'll see ya. Bye.